I'm sorry about the camera quality here. I am recording attempts. I made a meme attempt where I mostly fucking cried about how bullshit this is. This is gonna be me trying to take it a little bit more seriously here. It's actually possible to get all 5 of those. I chickened out. Hard turn inside, get in. Whoa! Spawn cucks! Spawn cucks! I can't get any of these balloons. I can't control the fucking Chocobo. He just jerks around. Actually a pretty fast run, but she got ahead of me and is fucking stealing all my balloons. So don't you love how sometimes when you have a great run, the trainer, whose AI is virtually random, or is as subject to the randomness of the track as you are, gets a bad run, or a good run, or just good enough to get ahead of you and prevent you from getting any of the balloons because you can't move through her. Also, multiple of the birds are heat-seeking her model and not yours. Meaning that if you move into her line, like if you think of it like a rally racing experience and you move into her line, you're susceptible to get hit by the shit she is. And if she's in recovery frames, the birds will go right through her and hit you. Couldn't move any further left because that's actually out of bounds over there, by the way. I can't move as far as this area makes it. I tried to zig there, but I part of the reason why the AI also has an advantage in this, she has a significantly bigger turn radius than, or sharper turn radius than you. There's lots of startup frames to your turn. So this is my first ever 13 balloon run. The problem is, it's a 40-second run with 3 birds. So you do the math, 13 birds saves you 39 seconds. So even if I hit 0 birds, this isn't fast enough. Did you know that? In order to get the Sun Sigil, which is what I'm trying to do, so I get Titus's ultimate weapon, if you do a 39-second flat run, you need 13 birds, or 13 balloons, 0 birds. I believe the generalized math for what you're aiming for is 36 seconds, time, 15 balloons, 2 birds. Is, I think, possible. My record, of course, is 6.8 seconds, which was a 33-second 9-balloon 0 bird run. Is my one and only 0 bird run of all time. Couldn't make the turn there. I love how they put all the balloons on his line, so I can get none of them. And then they're spawning birds into me here. If you move more erratically, the birds miss you more. However, if you move erratically, good luck getting the fucking balloons. And believe it or not, you do not want the balloons to be on a line because you need to be able to zigzag, because look at the spawn rate of the fucking balloons. Wall cucked, by the way. You lose like a quarter of a second to even a slight slide like that. And you can't afford to zigzag like that. You need to get almost every balloon you get in the first and second section, because there's almost no way to get them in the final section. Did you see that? He caught the balloon when it was in my model because he was shunting me, and because of the physics, like he was contacting me, so it was already over. I love how I can go this far to the left here, but do you think there's ever any balloons over here? Do you think there's ever a balloon that spawns in the 20 feet to the left of fucking track 2, or the second straightaway? Nope. Now watch how out of bounds narrows right here. Look at this. Do you think I can go this far left? Nope. Now watch. Do you think I can touch that wall over there? Just barely, yeah. Also, look at this. The AI is protected from doing this. The AI will never stick to the wall. But your character model can. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that fucking amazing? 1 minute, 8 seconds. It's hysterical. All right, let's take a couple runs seriously. This is a possible 4 at the start. Try not to get wall cocked. Perfect turn. Dude, I'm holding left as hard as possible. Those are undodgeable. And camera cucked. You cannot control the bird while you're turning. So that balloon I was headed straight for right there. Yep, nope. Decently fast time. It's like a 36.8. I don't think I got that many balloons. $37.48 balloons. Completely nowhere near. Nowhere near. Let's do a couple more. This is agony. I'm probably never doing this. I want this weapon so bad though. This is what you have to do to get Ultima weapon in this fucking game. Or the Ultima sword, whatever it's called. That was a good start. I need to get way over to the right. I'd love it if the out of bounds line to the right was straight, but it's not. It's about as jagged as the shadows you can see there. All 4 birds spawned for me there. Or I had to assume they were, because even if 2 of them were targeting at her, they spawned right in my line and then fucking turned 90 degrees towards her. Undodgeable. This will turn you into full DSP, dude. Like, this is incomprehensible trash. This is the worst thing ever made by a human being. Whoever made this deserves to die. They deserve to be sandblasted to death. Like, literally disintegrated by sand. But pausing halfway through while they're still alive to have hydrofluoric acid poured in their fucking exposed fucking muscles. Fucking shunted. Because that was 3, I want to say. Maybe 4, but it was probably 3. Look at the fucking turns she can do. Dude, that bird was going to miss me wide left and it fucking turned like 60 degrees to hit me. I'm literally being pinned to the out of bounds line. I can't come inside because the birds are spawning too fast. Camera cucked. I could go no further to the right than I was. So this fucking game will literally spawn balloons out of bounds. Like that balloon right there, watch this balloon on the left. Guess what I have to do to catch it? I have to slam into the out of bounds line and lose time. Because the walls are sticky. So it will spawn 3 to 4 of the final 6 balloons on the out of bounds line. Meaning you have to try to slam yourself into a wall to collect them. Meaning you will lose time if you try. Who made this? So this is a possible 4 balloon start. Right through it. I love that shit. I love those teeny tiny hitboxes. If I try to go wide right, they just fucking come right at me. I can't zigzag because watch her model. Just watch her model ahead of me. Watch her turning radius. Just watch how she turns. Just keep your eyes ahead of me on her. Look at how fast she can turn. I turn like this. This is how fast I turn. Watch, I'm just going to zigzag as hard as I can. That's hard left, hard right. Hard left, hard right. You'll notice there's a difference. Left, he goes straight as an arrow. Right, he jerks. Irregular movements. Non-normalized movements. You cannot accelerate. You cannot decelerate. You cannot brake. And you literally can't turn. This is basically a drunk driving simulator where you're trying to hit pedestrians who are a fucking goddamn 2-dimensional object. It's not possible. Dude. I don't know if there's like lag because I'm on a fucking LCD screen or what, but this is fucking... Dude, by the way, I passed straight through the model. That one too. That one I can't explain. The one right before, where I passed right through the balloon. See, I've like literally studied these balloons. Like, how do you have to touch them? Because sometimes you don't actually have to run straight through the rope. But sometimes you do run straight through the rope and it doesn't pick it up. Now, usually when that happens, it's because you got hit by a bird at around the same frame. And if you get hit by a bird, you cannot collect a balloon in your recovery animation. So it's just fucking impossible. It's just fucking impossible. Did you see that? What is this? Burnout fucking 3 takedown, you bitch? She slammed me into the wall. This is agony, dude. This is the worst thing ever made by... Wow. I love that shit. I would be, like, less offended if this bird hit me and not her because I'm in the lead. Imagine if you could use her as a shield. But nope. The birds don't stop when they make contact with you or her. So, if you're right behind her and she gets hit by a bird, you will be hit by that bird. The birds will also... Look at this. That is 5 of the last 7 balloons are on the out-of-bounds line, and it will spawn birds on that line and send them straight down that line, rendering every single balloon that is on that line impossible to collect without being hit. So I think there's 5 maps. At least 2 of them are literally impossible. As in, you cannot get a 0 time on those maps. One of them's like the optimal map, but even it's still difficult. I love how... Dude, even if the birds... Look at how fast they are. If they moved in a straight line, that would be great. But they don't. They're heat-seeking. As in, they will turn towards you. And if you can't control your Chocobo... Right now I'm being slammed to the left because... By the way, that balloon, the first balloon out of these 4 in a line I passed, was literally out of bounds. I deliberately wall-cucked myself to test and see if that balloon was possible to collect. No, it's not on the out-of-bounds line. It's out of fucking bounds. Meaning the game can make you think that you can collect a balloon that you can't. I don't understand how I missed that balloon. I love when they stagger them like that so that there's literally no way with my turning radius to have even possibly fucking got it. See that balloon on the right side of the screen there? Out of bounds. Uncollectible. I was holding right as hard as possible, but look what the Chocobo does. Look at this. Why is this a thing? Why is this jerk a thing? This is not possible. I need you to understand this is literally not doable. I don't know if it's because of my television. I don't know if there's like an input delay or something, but I'm 90% sure there's not. I'm pretty sure this is designed to be impossible. You have to be perfect. You need 4 to 5 balloons at the start. You need to not get hit in the middle. Look at... And she can move me out of my line. I can't move her. If I slam into her, I'll just wall cuck. I'll just fucking stick to her like you stick to a wall. Meanwhile, she can actually physically move my model. This is agony. I need you to understand this is cancer. Watch, I'm gonna try as hard as I can to get this. That's hilarious. Apparently, if you try to take that turn as wide as possible, it will fucking slam you way the fuck out there in a fucking L-bar shape. Look at that. This is the out-of-bounds line right here. Like, that's like maybe half a Chocobo length. Probably more like a third of a Chocobo length off the out-of-bounds line. Meaning, if I line up my Chocobo to collect it, the balloon's not on the out-of-bounds line, but I will be in order to make the balloon collectible. One more. We're only going to do one more because this is fucking cancer. I've been literally recording attempts for hours. What the fuck, dude? The Chocobo can jerk sometimes slightly. Oh yeah, this one's impossible. You see how they're all in a straight line? Anything where you can't zag and still get balloons because they're all on a line? Look, if it sends a bird down the line, that renders every fucking balloon on the line uncollectible because you have to get off the line. That furthest inside balloon on the turn was out of bounds, by the way. 1, 2. And watch, if you go out of bounds, you'll be slammed to the right. You you can't stick the wall. Like, you kind of stick the wall, but you stick like in Trackmania when you do a bug turn or a bug bounce or whatever they call it, where you'll like your side of the Chocobo doesn't drag and stick to the wall. The very front of your Chocobo sticks to the wall, and it kills all your momentum. And then in order to prevent you from wall cucking, which you can wall cuck on the right completely, where you're completely stuck and lose 100% of your momentum, on the left side with the invisible wall, it just bounces you. So if you're holding left, you'll bounce, 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 bounce. And you'll just like bug bounce, or whatever you call it, off the fucking beak of the Chocobo. So, I mean, I don't even know how to explain how I've ever gotten a time faster than 15 seconds. The luck that's involved is insane. I don't know if I need a CRT. I think I've seen people control the Chocobos a lot better on the HD remaster, although I've also read forums where people say the HD remaster Chocobo is harder to control, which leads me to believe that that's not necessarily true, but that it has different physics than the original PS2 release Chocobo, which is what we're looking at. So, sorry for the low quality video, but this is another one of those things where I have to bitch about and say most of the minigames of this game suck. And everybody has heard of the 200 lightning dodges in the Thunder Plains to get Lulu's weapon. But look at how fucking hard it is to get Cloud's. Or, excuse me, Titus's. And you have to get a 0 time. If you only had to get a sub 10 second time, okay, that's still really hard. If you only had to do a sub 20 second time, that's like reasonable compared to the difficulty of the rest of this game. Sub 15 second, challenging. Sub 12 second, fucking hard. Sub 10, really fucking hard. Sub 5, damn near impossible. Now, I've seen videos of people getting what, if you do the math, is a negative 3.2 run, which is well inside of what you need. I've seen people get this run while getting bird cucked 2 times right at the finish line and still get it. I don't know how, because I can't control the Chocobo. I don't know if there's, like, I've seen people speculate, but nobody's ever answered the question. Like, if you do more of the Chocobo training, like, will your Chocobo in this part suck dick less? I'm not sure. Maybe if I go back and farm ethers, and then I come back and this Chocobo is actually steerable, I don't know. I'd have to do more research. All I know is that I've done this for about 3 hours today. I have a migraine headache. I'm fucking done. This is cancer. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in a video game, and I've seen some horrific things. You've seen me fucking pule and cry, DSP style, about many games that I fucking hate. And so far, I've been liking this Final Fantasy X game. It's simple. It looks like a game that's great for 13-year-olds, difficulty-wise. It's really fun. It's got some end game content that you actually have to have some brain cells to fucking beat. You know, I'm not there yet. This is my first run. All I wanted to do was try to beat this Chocobo race. And I would rather fucking kill myself. Like, this is worse than Blitzball, and Blitzball is horrific. Like, I don't understand why it's this sadistic. Just hitboxes or spawn rates, slight changes, slightly less demanding time. This is horrendous.